This video is an excerpt from The Passive Income Show, presented live every week. To learn more about The Passive Income Show, just go to the description box below this video.
How did you get started creating passive income? What kind of products and websites were you creating and selling?
Okay, well, that's quite a long story, so I'll try and keep it brief. But 10 years ago, I was what was called actually an art worker, a graphic art worker, which is like the low life sort of first rung on the ladder in the design chain. So it's the guy that takes the creative designs and puts them into artwork, which is ready for print. So this was print design I was doing. So, and it was involving Photoshop and other sort of desktop publishing tools. So that's what I was doing. And I set up a business and started doing it from home. And then I started getting into web design. I taught myself web design and WordPress. And I started blogging as well 10 years ago. And from the blogging led to videos and ebooks and eventually into Udemy and selling courses online. So the passive income has been growing through the last 5 years or so. And the business has been growing through the last 10 years. And so that's a potted history. I'm from the design background, but I'm obsessed with online, making money online and online marketing and passive income. Yeah, blame Tim Ferriss. I don't know.
Great. Well, yeah, Tim Ferriss is one of the inspirations for a lot of us, and one of the reasons that I got started with this whole passive income lifestyle too. So you talk about creating online courses. I know you have some ebooks as well. Did the ebooks come before the courses, or was it in conjunction or afterwards?
Yes, good question. It's quite a long time before the courses. I started doing ebooks from my blog. I created, I started collecting email addresses, which is a really good thing to do. Everyone says it, but it is just a very good piece of advice. Collect email addresses. And when I had about 500 of them, which seemed like a lot at the time, I tried to sell my first ebook. And that was a PDF that was available for download on my site. And I did another one of those as well. And that was kind of my first foray into selling a product. Maybe it's a little bit easier to do than a video course. This was a while back, actually, and video is easier now than it was then. But that was definitely my first digital product. Yeah, it was an ebook on my site.
Got it. And so in terms of your online courses, let's talk a little bit about how you got into creating online courses, and specifically with Udemy. Was Udemy the first time you actually tried to sell an online course? Was Udemy actually the first time you tried to sell an online course? And what was that like in terms of, were you successful in the very beginning? And what did you do to get to where you are today, which is pretty successful?
Okay, somebody's calling me at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're in for trouble, I can tell you that much. Yes, okay, like yourself, Phil, I was on YouTube. Bring it back to the blogging. The blogging, I was doing posts about sort of quite specific technical issues in my work. So it was stuff that I was doing for graphic design, web design, dealing with clients. I would blog about that. But the technical stuff, video was a kind of obvious thing to do. I was showing people how to do web design, showing people little WordPress tricks, little design tricks, and 5-minute videos really lent themselves to that. So I went onto YouTube, got a channel there, and I did a few videos. I really wanted to show people how to create a website that looked exactly the way you wanted it to in WordPress. So creating a WordPress theme, actually a child theme on the Genesis framework, because that was something that was bugging me for a long time. I couldn't work out how to do it. And then I finally figured it out. And I did a load of videos on that on YouTube. I mean, the YouTube channel wasn't doing particularly great. It's doing better now. And I heard about Udemy from a friend. Her name is Tara Roskel. She's a blogger in the UK who blogs out of graphicdesignblog.co.uk. She was on Udemy. I'd never heard of Udemy, but she did mention she'd been making money. And I wanted to create a video course on my site at the time. It was a logical progression from selling the ebook. I wanted to do that. I heard about Udemy. So I just thought, I've got 6 or 7 videos on YouTube that are kind of in a series, showing this WordPress site being created. So I just threw them up on Udemy as a free course, of course. And that was my first foray into Udemy. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. And so over time, you built up a few other courses and quite a bit of passive income from that. I know for everyone watching, you can actually read his Rob's income reports on his website at robcubbon.com. It's really awesome that he shares his income reports. I check them out every quarter when he puts them out. And so since you're so open with your income, can you talk about the progression of income in terms of your online courses, how fast that grew, and what kind of levels it's been like over the past couple of years?
Yeah, well, I eventually got around to obviously doing premium courses after I put that free course up. And I guess the first month was $200, and then I went up to about $900 in the second month. And that would have been because I had a new course out and I told my email list about it. But the great thing about Udemy is once you get a bit of traction, it does tend to keep going. So I remember a few months later, I did $1,000 a month, and then I actually wrote an ebook then and called it "How I Earn $1,000 a Month on Udemy." And then next month I earned $2,000, and I had to change the title of that ebook a few times.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, I went up to $5,000, and now it's consistently at $4,000 a month. Of course, within that time, I've released new courses, but it is quite passive. I mean, I haven't actually released a course for 3 months at least now, and again, the income is quite stable.
Thanks for joining me on this video. This video was actually an excerpt from the Passive Income Show, which is a live show that we do every week. You'll get details about the Passive Income Show down below in the description box. You'll also get links to specific courses and discounted links that you can only get here on YouTube. So as always, we would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because we're going to be uploading tons of valuable content, valuable video to help you make a passive income online. How? By teaching what you know through your skills, your experience, and your expertise, things that you're interested in like hobbies or interests. We're going to show you how to take that information that you already know and turn it into online courses that will pay you on an ongoing basis, month after month after month, for just teaching what you already know. So I look forward to seeing you on another video, and I look forward especially to seeing you on our live Passive Income Show.